Welcome, queens and goddesses. We're here today with another episode of the Black Aphrodite Experience, and I hope you're ready to join us. But before we even get started, click the like button because I know you're already going to like it, and subscribe to us. So for today's episode, we're talking about taking advantage of elective courses while in school. And when we say about school, we're talking about middle school, high school, college, and if you're in like a special program school and you get to have electives, we're talking about you too. So electives are courses you get to choose within your time at the school, such as a higher level of a language or a higher level of English, such as an honors course, or maybe like a psychology course. Even like other activities like gym, dance, choir, piano. When I was in high school, I took choir, dance, yearbook, drama, and psychology. Now, Khiya is in high school now. And what course did you take for your first year?
Piano and Spanish 3.
And what about middle school?
Spanish and orchestra.
Yeah, I took Spanish too in middle school, and I sucked. So, I tried again in high school, and I did better then. In college, I took different genres of English courses since that was my minor, then turned to major. I kept switching back and forth. And during those courses, I was able to do African American history, literature by authors of Black writers, different styles of writing from the Black community, women writers from medieval times. And then I also, for psychology, I took courses about women's health and different genders and different variations of that comes with psychology. From these courses, I gained a lot. I gained freedom of expression. I got to choose what direction I wanted my education to go, and it actually helped me see what I wanted to do with my degree when I got out, because it wasn't just courses that everyone had to take and you was doing that major. And for English, it made me realize that I didn't have to write just one certain way if I wanted to be a writer. I could write just like me, just make it clear that majority or my audience can understand it, because if your audience don't understand, then you don't have an audience. It doesn't matter if other people who's not your audience can't understand, because they didn't want to understand in the first place. For Khiya, what did you get out of choosing your electives?
I learned how to speak another language, and I learned how to play a few instruments.
Do you see yourself exploring those instruments or languages when you get out of school?
No.
What was your reason for taking, changing instruments and things?
Because I wanted to play piano, because I wanted to switch it up a little bit, but it's fun, but it's too much for me.
And what about language? Do you see yourself using it, or would you like to use it in the real world?
I mean, yeah, but I can't really speak it. I can only write it.
Why do you think that?
It's too hard. It's just difficult.
Well, I could kind of agree with that, because I feel like you mostly can learn the language when you get out to the country. I spent time in Spain, and that's when I actually was becoming confident in speaking Spanish because the people, it was no other choice but to like really to speak their language, or they just looking at you like, huh, huh. I even had one of the kids. I was trying to say something in, and he kept saying, huh, huh. I'm saying, well, I guess huh is a universal saying, mean they don't understand. But I actually became more fluent. Like, I got to talk to the teacher. Like, when I needed something, I was like, let me look up this word, and I'm going to make sure I pronounce it right. And that was like, made my sentence. And one of the family members, they actually were Spanish, but the other family members were like speaking Catalan. But I got to practice my Spanish, even though they also, well, 3 people in the family knew enough English to actually have a conversation with me. So that was good. So I was like left out, but I felt like you're not going to grow into the language until you actually get to the country where you need to use the language. So that's why it's like impossible to really practice outside your classroom if you already associate with people that speak in that language that you've been trying to learn. So what I want to say is that it's a reason to take these electives because you never know what you're really interested in. Like, maybe you want to see if you can cook. You will take that cooking class as an elective. You think about, you want to like branch out. Like, you might be shy, so you decide to take a choir class. It's like, nothing is going to actually get you out there besides putting yourself out there. So like, I would say take a drama course. I took a drama course just for that reason. And I took choir because like I like to sing, and like I was writing a couple songs the year before. So I thought that would be a good thing to try, and actually it helped because by the time 12th grade hit, I was more outgoing than I was the years before, and that really helped me. And it helped me that I was in yearbook. So in yearbook, you gotta take people pictures. You don't even know these people, so you like, let's take a picture. Hey, like, you had to talk to people, and they had to write articles about different events. Like, during my time, it was an earthquake. So I literally wrote an article about the earthquake that took place in Maryland, which is really odd because we really don't get no earthquakes like that. So now that you are going to 10th grade, what do you think your elective that you had selected the year before is going to look like this year since we're in the pandemic?
Well, Spanish should be easy. I can cheat on that, but I guess instrumental will be difficult since I'm not actually in the school with the instruments.
And what instrument are you supposed to be learning this year?
Guitar.
And yeah, she doesn't have a guitar. Like a real guitar that from the guitar store. So it's gonna be a little difficult. I don't know how she's gonna learn that unless they're gonna let her rent a guitar, which is very possible because I mean they let her use a computer, so why not let them use the guitar? So what do you think your like when the world goes back to like something similar to normal and you can go back into the classroom, what do you think your next set of electives will look like?
Well, I probably won't be taking Spanish anymore because I'll be done with that. I don't know.
What kind of courses do you have in mind that you would like to try in the future? Even with like the rest of high school and like possibly college, like what kind of courses do you think you would be interested in doing? Even like subject wise.
I mean, I want to take chemistry, and I think that's about it.
No, like drawing or art, no.
No, I ain't got time for that. They ain't gonna make me write an essay about drawing.
Well, when I went to Douglas, we actually drew. Like, we had to draw, like, pictures and, like, actual things. Like, they did a test, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 tests about, like, different kinds of, like, drawing. But for the most part, we actually did work. And then at one point, they let you do clay. I even have one my art pieces, they made a clay form and they put it in fire. You paint it with gloss and then they put it in the fire. And you might want to think about that one.
Maybe.
Aphrodite Kingdom, I have a question for you guys. Are you guys enrolled in any courses this year? Or what courses do you think you want to enroll in? Put it in the comment section so we can check it out, because we want to know what our fans are actually doing. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, because I believe a lot of people will be able to benefit from this. And definitely tell them to look at the previous episodes as well. See you in this episode, Aphro Kingdom.